Hi everybody, welcome back to Wigs with Scarlett. Today I'm doing a tutorial on how to add color depositing conditioner to your human hair lace top wig. I do apologize it's not going the long form, it is the vertical direction on the camera, but I do think it's super valuable for anyone looking to either refresh the color on their human hair lace top wig or to add maybe a different color to it. So this is a really inexpensive way to do that, and it does take a little bit of your time, but I think it's very useful and very helpful to know how to do this. So please, 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 if you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe to my channel. And coming up now is how to add color depositing conditioner to your lace top human hair wig. Enjoy. Please see written detailed notes because everybody likes such quick videos. I don't have enough time to talk here. What I will say is I decided to do the front hairline of my wig separately from the entire wig because of the lace front. My key takeaways were blocking the lace front because I did notice some of the orange dye, just a little bit, got on that twill tape that's protecting my lace front, and I didn't want any dye on the lace. My other big takeaway is to use a slightly rooted piece and make sure that you go up the shaft of the hair and stop where you hit the rooted portion. Wait your 20 minutes and then wash out, and I give specific details on washing. First thing you want to do is make sure that you have what you need, your color depositing conditioner, a bowl, and a brush to brush it on the hair. You also want to make sure that you section your hair so you have the bottom sections and then the top sections are clipped until you're ready to do the top sections, because in order to get all that hair colored, you need to put it in sections with some clips, as you can see that I have here. You want to make sure that you're painting the color on, and after you paint it on, you want to go back over it with your hands to really make sure that it's all, that the whole piece of hair you're working on is completely saturated in the color, except for that root. Again, I do recommend using a rooted piece, and where the root hits is where you're going to just maybe put the color a tiny bit up on the shaft of the root. But the rest of the root, you want to leave alone to protect that lace. Remember, we're dealing with a lace top wig, and the lace top wig, the entire top of it, as well as the front of it, is lace. And we don't want to get any of the depositing conditioner color anywhere on the lace. And that's why we want to use a slightly rooted piece and keep the color off of the root. You want to, once you get to the top section, you pull the top section down from the clip. You may need to comb it through with a wide tooth comb just to make sure that all of the hair is untangled. And then you're going to repeat. Now note that the hair that is on the top section of the wig is the part that has the lace. The section on the bottom that is on the underneath portion of the wig has the wefts. Where you have wefts is not nearly as, you don't have to be nearly as careful with the portion that has wefts, because it's not, if you get some color on the wefts, it's really not going to be a big deal and nobody's going to notice it. But if you get color on the lace, that could present a problem, especially if it's where you part your wig. So you want to be extra, extra careful wherever it is that you part, whether it's a middle part, slightly off center part, right part, left part, to be careful with that part line, because if you do get color depositing conditioner on your lace, that really could affect how your part looks. You also want to keep the color conditioning, depositing conditioner off your lace, your entire lace top, because as we know, with human hair wigs, they're very expensive, and you may at some point decide to sell it. And if you resell it and you've got color on the lace, you know, the person who buys it may not part it in the same place you part it. So as a general rule, it's just important to keep it off the lace. So you guys see, as I'm going around the wig, I start with the bottom section and then I go to the top section as I go around the wig. When I get to the top section, I'm combing it out a little bit. And you'll note that I'm being very gentle at the top. When I get close to that root, I'm really taking a lot of care to make sure that it's not going all the way down to the lace. So I know I've said that multiple times, but it is important. It's really not as hard as it looks, or not as hard as I'm making it sound. Sorry, because you're looking at it. I'm talking a lot about the lace. It's really not that difficult to keep it off the lace if you are using a slightly rooted piece. So here I am putting it on a portion that has lace, and you'll notice that I'm taking my fingers And I am dragging that color up to the rooted shaft of the lace after brushing it on gently and making sure that I'm not putting it all the way down to the knots of the hair where the lace is. So I'm going to bring it close up here and show you what I did. I just bring it all the way in without going down to the root that's hitting the knots on the lace. After you're done coloring, you want to make sure that you blow dry your canvas blockhead, because if you don't blow dry it, you leave it wet, it could mold. So I did show this in the tutorial. Make sure you dry it off. Now, washing it out, remember, I already did the front with the lace front, so that's why those are clipped. When you are washing out the color, you don't want to just take the whole wig and stick it under the water, because again, you don't want to get any of that residue onto the lace. So how do you wash it out? You want to just put it on. What I did was I put it on the open stand, and then you just take the sections throughout the wig and run it through the water with your fingers, getting it out without actually dousing the lace top portion, so none of that color is going to get on the lace. And then you want to towel dry in sections, again, because we are just keeping that color off the lace. So you do have to be more careful in how you wash the color out. Even though this is not permanent color, it could still affect the lace. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. It definitely was for me. It refreshed my color quite a bit, and I'm going to show you a before and after picture here. Check this out. It's like a whole new wig.